we're just going to put a pause in that conversation for a moment so we can mention today's Spotlight segment is sponsored by Woman to Woman Impartation 2018 Empowerment Side Piece No More Chronicles, coming to a city near you. It's a one-day empowerment workshop with tools, resources, encouragement, and motivated solutions. Next stop, Baltimore Chronicles, Ripping Beyond the Scars on July 28th. Find more information and register at Eventbrite and via all social media outlets or dial 980-349-6140. You're tuned into Life Transitions with Coach Robin here in our new office space on 108 Praise Radio, where we are voicing the gospel around the world 24/7. We are concluding our conversation with Coach AB, Courtney, and Spring. Oh, it's been an amazing conversation, guys. Come on in. We're going to conclude it. Listen. You
have your heart broke. You know, the things that we go through, then I can be able to, in this letter, to kind of shed some wisdom, so to speak, or give some type of healing advice to kind of heal that wound, to make it softer, or either to prevent that person from going further down that road of hurt. So when that offer was extended, I said yes. I had to be obedient. It's like, okay, I have to no longer be muzzled and put my letter out there. So here I am.
Wow. I like that word muzzled. I'm no longer going to be muzzled. That in itself make you, I don't know about nobody else. That just jumped out.
Mm-hmm.
You said something there. It make me feel like when you look at as a child or even as an adult, you would see a dog being muzzled. You know, and when I look at a muzzle, you're being refrained. You're being, what is it, held back. You're not able to move. Girl, you said that muzzle thing.
Exactly, and the reason being is because when you think about it, that's what the enemy wants. He does not want us to open up. He doesn't want us. He wants us to be in captivity. He wants us to be captive and muzzled and restrained, because he knows that once she opens up and get that strength and that power to say what she has to say, because it's power in our words, and it's power is healing in our words. So when we begin to speak on these things, not only are we, it's kind of like a 2-for-1. I'm helping the next woman heal, but I'm also healing myself too on another level.
Ooh.
So by speaking these things and open up and talking about it, and I think that in women in general, while we're labeled as being catty, is because we think we're so different. We think we're so better. But at the end of the day, we're pretty much on one accord. So when we just take that muzzle off and just say, hey, girl, I know what it's like to feel hurt. I know what it's like to have a not so beautiful day, not feeling pretty, things like that. We can relate better and we can feed off each other's energy and heal.
Wow, I love that. And you just segued yourself into you didn't even know. See, that's what unity. We already unified on the show, y'all. We unified.
Right.
You segued into my next question about when you were writing your letters, and it sounds like because you already alluded to how you couldn't be muzzled. Did you feel like you experienced inner healing while you were writing?
I did. I was actually, I had to contact Coach a few times, and he was like, I don't know, because it was kind of hard in the beginning. It was hard, to be honest, to dig up those things, especially over the years. Sometimes we think that we have healed or we've overcome, but all we've done was pretty much put a Band-Aid over the situation when we really have a lot of infection on the inside of us. But so actually being able to sit down and write those letters, it was hard in the beginning. It was hard to actually realize, wait a minute, maybe you're not so healed like you thought you were. So as I was writing and tears were flowing and memories were coming back, God was just giving me a fresh anointing. Was like, see, we're going to get it all out. We're going to pluck it from the root this time. And so when I was writing, I was just like, okay, God, you have to help get me through this because I don't want to relive this memory again. I don't want to go through those thoughts again. But it was so necessary, not just for the next woman that's going to read my letters, but God was telling me in order for me to even take you to the next level, I have to pluck this infection from this root so you can authentically and heal from the root. So in the beginning, it was hard, but over time, as I began to write, it started to just flow like water.
I ain't messing with Courtney tonight. She got all these words. It's like just coming to me. She done said infection. She done said, "Oh, I ain't got time for you, Courtney. You trying to start something on this show today?" But I love it. You are talking real. You talking truth. And I'm telling you, listening family, I'm telling you, if I were you, shame on you, like Coach AB would say. If you don't get this book, I'm telling you, I am purposely not asking a lot about the letters themselves, like specific information, because I want them to buy the book for that. But I do want them to see just the caliber of women that are writing. That's important, to know who is writing. Not only who is writing, but just the wealth of information that they're going to be giving you. I'm not interested in them getting all the details because, they bootlegging. They be bootlegging if they get too much. But I want them to know exactly who is writing. That way they know the quality. This ain't somebody heard about something. No, they walked it out. Now we're going to spring on over the spring. I couldn't help that spring. Had to spring on over the spring.
Yes,
we're going to spring over to you. Now, I'm going to ask you kind of the same. I want to know what sparked your interest to be a part of this collaboration. What was it?
What sparked my interest to be on this particular collaboration is the journey that God has me on right now. The journey to stop living in fear of so many things, the opinions of others, I have had a fear of public speaking, just what people thought of me, what people would think, just the fear of just about anything. I'm the expert on it. So I am on a journey as we speak to not only come out of that fearful place of my own, but I know that God is doing this in me so that I can help do this in others. I often ask God, why do I always have to go through it the hard way? And then I'm able to minister to other people, and it's a little easier for them. And I heard, because you can handle it, because you'll do it, and you'll do what I ask you to do. So I am on a quest to do what God has me to do, and that is come up out of a fearful place and bring other women and, in my role, even men with me. And that I'll talk about a little later. But what actually caught my attention is I went to a conference, and I had started just getting my entrepreneurial thing going. And so I was requesting different entrepreneurs in different areas, trying to connect with people and network and that kind of thing. And I came across Miss AB and requested her friendship, and then she was requesting people to be on this anthology. And I thought to myself, well, I don't know, And then I kind of got excited about it because she said it would be letters to your inner child or your former child. And I thought to myself, well, I used to be this funky little girl that advocated for myself, didn't take no stuff, didn't have no problem saying no. And over the years, that just deteriorated in me. Life happens, things happen to you. And over the years, as I wrote the letters, I could see how over the years and the things that I've been through have actually been the reason why I just put on a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and tucked and hid and stuffed and suppressed over the years from the things that I've been through. And so it gave me a bird's eye view of what that looks like. And now it will be the reason why I can show or tell or even educate another woman on how either not to go down that road or this is what that looks like. So let's do something different.
Wow. I love that you brought that up, because the collaboration not only talks about the inner child, but it did emphasize the fact that it was the stages of a woman. So you saying that is now my listening family that is in the class where you are, where you started out on fire, nobody could tell you nothing. You was a bad mamma jamma, and then life knocked those chips off you. You know, like you just was knocked on the side. You've been knocked on the right. Now we got the stages. So again, I love it because it's showing the listening family that there's something for everybody. Absolutely. In this collaboration.
Yes.
There's something for everybody. Because some of us had a rough youth, and some of us had a rough adolescence. Some of us may have a wonderful youth and a wonderful adolescence, but along the way that we all have a story. We all have unique footsteps and journey.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I love that you're saying that, because somebody may pass it by and be like, well, they talking about inner child, and I had I was in the suburb child. I had this, I had that, da-da-da-da-da. And all my hell broke out loose when I got in, my 20s. So they might go past the book thinking, well, there's nothing in there for me. No, every stage. There's something for everyone.
Absolutely. I
and that's how I wrote, actually.
Yeah. I have a little bit in there for the women that have been divorced.
Yeah.
Women that are still waiting for that mate.
Yes.
And that little girl still has an ideal in her head of what he should look like. So it covers every aspect of a woman, her reflection, her self-image, her self-esteem, daddy issues, mommy issues, from every issue a woman could face. Because we have many different women from many different backgrounds. We have a woman that's from Jamaica, so you're going to hear stories of her migrating to the U.S., the mind frame. We don't think about those things. We don't think about the woman that's in ministry and she's leading while she's bleeding. We don't think about that female pastor, what she go through, what that inner child battle with. We don't talk about that preacher on the pulpit that's prophesying, laying hands. We don't talk about those things and how she needs to be healed.
Wow.
So it goes abroad. My letters is written from a place is raw. You're going to hear some raw stuff. So if you have baby sensitive ears, maybe it's not the book for you. But me as a child, I experienced things that a child should never have experienced. So that
I wouldn't say it's not the book for them. I would say that it's time for you to grow and mature to the next level, and this book will help you.
Absolutely. And I wrote my letters from an aspect of I actually talked to my little girl, and then I talked to my teenage girl, and then I talked to my girl in my 20s. Then I talked to the lady that I became in my 30s, and then my very last letter was, and now here, and God's got you doing this, and so.
Wow, thank you, Coach AB, Courtney, and Spring. Ooh, I'm loving all the logistics and the details of this upcoming powerful project. Family, you can find Coach AB at the Queendom Coach AB and Queendom Life Radio. This is for somebody. You've been knocked down, but pick yourself up and move forward.